to provide immigration opportunity for people from countries with less number of admission, less number of people with a green card, but not all types of green card. So the United States law defines high admissions as those people or those countries from which a total of 50,000 persons from those countries have been given green card or have been given the permanent residence based on two categories: based on the family sponsorship and based on the employment based visa category. So if, let's say, Nigeria was removed from the participating in the green card lottery because Nigeria had over 50,000 people in the past 5 years, and in those 5 years, those people got green card based on family. By family, maybe they got married to American citizen, or is an American citizen, you sponsor your father, your mother, you sponsor your brother, your sister, or you sponsor your children, all those kind of things. So you give permanent residence based on the family sponsorship or on the employment-based immigration. If those 50,000, if you get a green card through maybe asylum, refugees, you get a green card through other means, lottery or other means, those don't count towards those 50,000. What does that mean now? It means these numbers are not permanent. Why? Because each year, the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, is conducting, provide accounts of the family and employment immigration admissions and adjustment of status in the previous 5 years. And in that particular case, they are going to determine which countries are in the high admission visas. And those natives from those countries will not be eligible, and the countries with less than 50,000 will be eligible. That means in September each year, when they are going to announce the list of the diversity visa lottery, they will say these countries are not eligible, these countries are going to be eligible. Since the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services is the one providing this calculation or makes the calculation on an annual basis, that means the list of these countries which are eligible or countries which are not eligible is going to change year after year. So the country can be eligible this year and next year cannot be eligible. But the good news is, because of the pandemic, because of the immigration suspension which happened under the Trump's administration, the first one was in April 2020, on April 22nd for 2 months. Then it went for immigration suspension from June 24th to end of December, then from the end of December to March. So because of those immigration suspension, which for that particular time, not many people were able, almost all didn't get the visas or didn't get green card based on the immigration, based on the work, employment, or based on the family. So that has reduced the number of visas. So we'll be able to see more countries are going to be added. We are going to see the countries like Nigeria and all other countries which right now are not eligible will be able to do that, will be able to appear at that particular situation. So there is no a problem at all, because at current situations, there are few countries which are not eligible. There are more which are eligible in that particular categories, if you wanted to understand. In Africa at the moment is only Nigeria. In Asia at the moment, which some of the countries like which countries like Taiwan, whatever those countries, even Bangladesh, whatever, they are not eligible at the moment. So those are the countries why one country will be eligible and why another country will not be eligible. Let's go to question number 4. Question number 4, which says, how many diversity visas for 2022 visas will go to the natives of each country and eligible country. So I'm talking of the diversity visa 2022, but the same way will go to the diversity visa for 2023. And going forward, how many? So, in other ways, which will be coming to talk about the selection on that particular category. There is a particular formula under the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. They have special formula which is going to determine the limit of each region. I usually tell people when I come to talk about the selection, entire world is divided into 6 regions. That's why if you win, your case number will be DV 2022, DV 2021, AF, DV 2023, AF, DV 2022, AS Miss Asia, AF Miss Africa, EU Miss Europe, OC, Oceania, all those kind of things will be that way. How do they determine one region to get what percentage and another region to get another percentage? So the USCIS, United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, determines the regional diversity visa limits for each year according to the formula specified by the law, Section 203, subsection C of the Immigration and Nationality Act. That is something you need to know. So there is a law which is guiding that one. That means the number of visas the Department of State eventually will issue will be determined by the native of each country based on the regional availability. So they got to give so many visas. I'm giving you an example. When they selected the winners, for instance, DV 2022, they selected 133,000 winners. But they're not going to give those visas, all of them. At the moment, at this law, is 55,000 visas. So at this particular moment, the number of visas which are going to be provided is 55,000. They are going to plan to increase it to be 80,000. We are waiting for the bill to be passed, which is U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021, which is now in Congress. Hopefully, be able to do that. So each country will be having the maximum of 7%. But that doesn't mean that each country will get the same number of visas or the same number of winners. For instance, the country with the highest number of winners in most cases, Russia, 6,005, Egypt, Algeria, 6,001, some countries in Eastern Europe, in Africa, Democratic Republic of Congo, Sudan. So there are all those kind of things you need to understand. But one country cannot have more than 7%. Usually cannot go more than 6,005 or 10. So that is just overall if you wanted to know about how many visas will go to the natives of the countries. But in general, what is going to be determined is going to be determined by the law about how many visas will be able to be issued.